Hey, it is Monday and it is time for our Monday Mojo. I hope you all had a really great weekend. I know here it was warm and decent. I had the ability to get outside a couple times this weekend, birthday parties and all kinds of fun stuff. And then today it's chilly and kind of dreary. So here we go, fall, right? So I definitely need some Monday mojo. I don't know about you guys. So, hey, if you don't know who I am and you're just happening to see this video, my name is Angie Rose. I own Angie Rose Health Coaching here in Grand Island, Nebraska. And every Monday, I hop on and do a Monday Mojo video, and I'm sharing with you usually a topic of the month. And this month, I have been sharing with you guys an out of my newest ebook called Good Morning, Good Night Ritual Guide. And really what we've been talking about, guys, is routine. How important a routine is, and how it actually sets us up for success. I know last week I talked a little bit about what it's like when you wake up late, you miss your alarm, and how the day just kind of gets away from you. And sometimes it even runs into the whole week. It just feels like it is never ending and you can't catch up. And this is what a routine is meant to do, is to help you feel caught up, have less stress, be able to overcome the things that you need to be dealing with for the week, but also help you be successful in whatever goals you actually set. So if you are someone who likes to fly by the seat of your pants and kind of like, que sera, sera, whatever happens, whatever will be, will be. A lot of times people with that personality, I'm not saying you're not successful, so don't get me wrong, because you guys have a lot of really great opportunity or a really great personality, and you have your, digging myself in a hole. I want to stop right there. I just want to say, when you have an attitude of just whatever happens is going to happen, what I find a lot of times is people that live that way are less successful. They're not accomplishing really what they want to accomplish, or we find that we fall short a lot of times or give up before we ever reach the goal. Now, I'm not saying you should not be flexible and you should not be able to have an attitude of like, hey, it's okay if it doesn't happen the way I want it. That's important. So we want to pull from both personalities, the que sera, sera, and the overly obsessive. And I've been that person where everything has to be perfect and everything has to be in order. There's downsides to both of those, guys. And our goal really is to come right in the middle of the road and be able to pull from each of those to move forward with health and wellness and life and weight loss and whatever other kind of goals you're trying to accomplish, right? So this week, we're going to be talking about my routine a little bit. The two types of routines we have a morning routine and we have an evening routine. And to me, they are both, I told you guys last week, they're equally important. They really, truly are. Because usually when one or both is out of whack, it doesn't just stay in one day. It affects the next day and the next day, trying to catch up and get everything in order or feel back at peace. Now, I'm not saying mine's perfect, because the truth of the matter is everybody is different and you're very bio-individual in what you need in a routine. But for a lot of people, they try for a little bit, then they just don't follow through, so they quit. And I hear people say to me like, I am just not a planner. And I'm like, well, I never really was either, until I was very intentional about these kinds of things, with really making sure that I followed through. So I wish I could tell you that it's just simple. It's like a snap of the finger that you could just all of a sudden, here's my routine, and do it. Some of you out there can do it. You're just not doing it. So I want you guys to get on it. Now, I'm going to give you a few ideas to kind of pull together what a morning might look like. but one who is successful and one who isn't. So I'm going to share with you, in the beginning of my journey with weight loss and exercise and healthy living, it was always my goal. I'm more of a morning person than a nighttime person or an evening person. I really would rather get up early, get stuff done right away, because guess what? I got some good caffeine in me and some good coffee. By the end of the day, I'm pretty tired. One of the things that I struggled a lot with in the beginning was because I didn't like exercise, was getting up in the morning and wanting to actually get it done. So I know there were many days that I would hit snooze and I would say, just 5 more minutes, just 5 more minutes. Well, my snooze, I think, is like 8 minutes, just 8 more minutes. And before you know it, like, I don't know about you guys, but like I would reason in my head, like, hey, if I get up now, I can still do this much exercise. And I would hit snooze again. And before you know it, had snoozed long enough that honestly, guess what? That day I wasn't getting a workout in. And so I would convince myself and say, it's all right. You can do it tonight. You'll be home at 5:30. It's not a big deal. And I don't know about you guys, but by the end of a day, now some of you guys really like to exercise after work and at the end of the day. I'm tired. My brain is tired, which I know would help it. But honestly, by the time I would be late getting home because something happened at work, I would forget I had an appointment that day, or I needed to go to the grocery store, or my kids needed to be picked up and taken to a whatever event. The reality of it was more times than not, I really wasn't following through at the end of the day. And what ended up happening for me, this would create that guilt and shame cycle where I would beat myself up, where you just kind of dig yourself into a hole, and it's really hard to pull yourself out of that for a lot of people. So what I began to realize was that for me, I was talking myself out of doing the actual things that I should be doing. And there are days that I was tired, but one of the things that I began to do, my aha moment for me was, Angie, you know what? You're not getting it done. So when I would hear myself say, I'll just get it done tonight, I honestly began to say, that's a lie. Now, I didn't say I was a liar, but I just said that is a lie. I talk to myself, people. I just need you to know that I have to, and you should be too. And I would say that is a lie. You're not going to get it done tonight. Just get up, right? Now, that is the thing that I want you guys thinking about is you've got to be able to see through, even though you have great intention and you really do plan on following through. The truth of the matter is 9 times out of 10, we don't. So I began to realize like, all right, I have to look at my week ahead. I have to have a plan because I try to work out 5 days a week. And I know that there's certain days during the week that maybe I have a doctor's appointment or a dentist appointment, or I have something that I have to do before I go to work because they're all closed by the time I get home. So I know I pick my 5 days that I'm going to work out. So that way, when I wake up and I'm tired and I go, no, I will do it later. I go, nope. Or I'll do it tomorrow. Nope, you're not going to have time to do it tomorrow. I have a plan. I know which workouts I'm going to do. So I'm not waiting till the last minute when I'm about ready to go work out and spending 10 minutes trying to find a plan. I know what I'm going to do for the week. When I get up and I do this, I even know what time I have to start exercising in order to get my devotion done, to get my shower taken, and still get my lunch packed. So I have myself on a tight rein and a schedule because I know me and I will be running out the door very, very late. And thank God I only live 2 minutes from my office, but I'm going to be honest. Sometimes that puts a little stress. And so I don't want to be stressed out. I just need you to know, obviously, my routine isn't carved in stone. Sometimes things come up and I have to change it. But the reality of it is I have a morning routine. And I know for me, when I stick to that plan, more often than not, I feel like my days go better. I feel like I'm less stressed, and I actually feel like I accomplish more because I've already got the right mindset in the morning. Now, let's talk a little bit about my evening routine. Okay, so I kind of joked last week with you guys. I think I told you guys this. I teach in different places, but I am all about sleep. I love, love, love my sleep. And the reality of it is that when I don't get to bed on time and I don't get enough sleep, I'm not very nice. And that isn't cool because I don't want to be that person. But I know for me, this is kind of silly, but the minute I get home, 6:30, 7 o'clock, depending upon the night, I literally have to go straight in. I have to change my clothes and wash my face before I ever cook dinner. And this sounds silly, but I have to because once I sit down on the couch after dinner, I honestly don't care. I'm tired after I've ate and after I've cleaned up and after I've packed my lunch for the next day. I don't care. And I don't know about you, but I want to wash my face every night. So I have an order to my system. And I have found same thing happens at night. Oh, I'll just wash my face after dinner or before bed. And I am not joking. Every time I'm like, I don't even care. So then I go to bed with my face full of makeup, which is not healthy, guys, for your skin. Your skin needs to be cleaned and breathe. But it's an example. I have a schedule and a routine and it works for me. And then I know that I get the stuff done that I need to get done. So then when I do get ready to go to bed, I brush my teeth. I'm in bed by 9 o'clock. I usually lay and read. Maybe I'm on Facebook. I read a book, whatever I'm doing to wind down. Lights out 10 o'clock. Okay. I know there are times where I've been reading and I just want to keep reading. And then the next day I'm too tired. So again, routine in the evening matters just as much because it affects my next morning, right? And you guys all know this. So there is beauty to having an evening routine versus running, and not having that wind down time, having that de-stress time and that relaxation time. So when we go to sleep, we're actually sleeping well. Okay. So if this is an area that you struggle with getting a routine, I am going to highly suggest you download my free ebook. Obviously, there's going to be some worksheets in here to help you walk through setting up a routine. What are the things that really need to be done for you to help you have a better day, a better week, a better month, accomplish your goals, focus on the things that you need to be focusing on? They're all there. So I've put the link up above. You can also go to my website, angierosehealthcoaching.com. There is a drop down that has ebooks. I'm in the process of going back and putting the other ones in from previous months, but this month's is on there right now. So download it, print it off, work through it, and figure out how to start establishing routine. I'm going to tell you what, every single person is capable of creating routine. You just have to make the choice that you're willing to dedicate some time and some effort to it till you get past the of it. I don't want to get out of bed early. I know for me, I think I told you guys, I said in a couple months, I'm going to be moving here. I am 2 minutes from my office. That's probably, there's positive to that. There's negative to that. When I move, I will be 15 minutes away. So I've got to actually redo my schedule and my routine so that I know no matter what, when I have to drive that far, I'm not going to be late for work and I will be ready to go. So I'm already thinking ahead, 2 months ahead of time, what is my morning going to look like? I want to set you up for success. And I just want to encourage you. You are very, very capable. It doesn't mean you have to overhaul your whole morning or your whole evening immediately. Pick 1 or 2 things that you can start doing. Get up 15 minutes earlier instead of 2 hours earlier or whatever it might be. No, or some of you you just go nuts with it. Do what you got to do. Some of you all in people and you're going to do it. Some of you are like, just let me dip my toe in the water. Okay. So whatever it is you need to do to make sure you're setting yourself up for success and having your routine set up, you do it. All right. So I hope you guys have an amazing week. I hope that you are already thinking in your mind, what are a couple things that you can be doing? I would love to hear in the comments below, what is even one thing you could do differently to set you up for success with a routine? All right, guys, I hope that motivates you and we will plan on seeing you next Monday. Have a great week. We'll talk to you then. Bye.